Here we go. Roman Anthony, AA affiliate with the Boston Red Sox, plays for the Portland Sea Dogs. He was born 5/13/2004 in West Palm Beach, Florida. Drafted in the second round, pick 79 overall. This year's stats, he had 397 at-bats, 272 average, on-base percentage of 403, slugged 466, on-base plus slugging 869, 119 strikeouts, 86 walks, 14 home runs, 16 stolen bases, 27 doubles, 3 triples. He's a stat line stuffer. Let's be what he is. The guy can do everything really good. Does he have anything that he's amazing at? That's my question. I like Roman Anthony. I just want to know, does he excel at anything? Or is that his acceleration is just being damn good?
Well, I mean, if hitting the ball really hard and having really good eye and plate discipline, I feel like that's something. I think from what I'm understanding, he's top of the class in those categories, and well, I like those categories. It's and I get surprised when I go to see his profile.
Did we lose him?
Did we lose Doc?
We might have lost
power outage in Canada. All right, so let me pick up from there, unless we get him back. But Roman Anthony, oh my God, Brian, interesting to hear you say that. Not maybe not good at anything that's particularly good, but I see something different in this profile.
Yeah, he's good at everything. I'm wondering if he excels at anything.
I've got him as being excelling at almost everything. I mean, okay, so I want to use your refrain here because I don't know that there's any other prospect in baseball that is necessarily on a rocket ship as much as Roman Anthony.
That's Mars.
I mean, look at this. I'm gonna do the statistical thing. Doc, I'll hand it back over to you. Thanks for rejoining us. But he started out at single A and he had a 693 OPS, only 1 home run. And there was talk even at that time that, he's got the skills, he had great plate discipline, as many walks as strikeouts. It just wasn't quite coming together, but he got promoted anyway. And at high A, he had a 981 OPS in more plate appearances than he had at single A. And he was promoted to double A. And what do you think he did there? He put a 1020 OPS together. He improved at every level. You don't even need to look at splits. You don't even need to look at the month-to-month improvement to see how much he improved throughout the year. This guy he's a straight up sort of player. He's figuring it out. He's doing everything he needs to do. He's hitting with power. He's got speed. He's super athletic as far as I understand. This guy has got supreme athleticism. In fact, when he came into the league with this, I guess, view of him being raw. And he's not raw. He's a very mature, advanced hitter, I think. That's what I'm seeing when I look at the numbers. So we're seeing something very different here than what I think scouts were saying that he was when he was coming into the league. So straight rocket ship to the top. No other prospect has the helium potential, I think, that Roman Anthony does. Very few in the league. And even on this list, and we're going to talk about some really good prospects. We're in the top 10 now, man. So very few have the helium potential that Roman Anthony does. This guy has the potential to be the number 1 prospect. That's how I view it.
Ooh, yeah. There it is.
And
that's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I think he's safe, too. I mean, the floor on this guy at this point, it's just anytime you see a guy, like you were saying, when you're promoting him to higher competition and the numbers are improving, that's, Basayo was doing the same kind of thing. Those kind of guys, those are the guys. And at young ages, too. from what I understand, he's hitting the ball really hard. I believe he's training with Jackson Holiday. I'm not sure if I heard that right, but he's out there. He's training with the best of the best. The other young stud. He's probably asking for tips on how he can be the next number one fantasy prospect. That's they have this conversation. It's really important to them. No, man, it's and then anytime you got a guy with that high OBP like that, why is he on the team? Well, he gets on base. So when you can get on base, you're already checking a huge one in my books. And yeah, I mean the fact this guy actually, I think this is where I was getting cut off there from this Canadian internet. Van White. He steals bases, and I don't know if he's going to go away. He's not that he's big, but he's not like he's chunky. He's just an athlete. This could be a guy where maybe what's he giving you? Great OBP numbers, probably a reasonable average. I mean, but it's looking from the sounds of the way he's hitting this ball, at least 25 home run kind of guy. And then maybe he's giving you 15 stolen bases. This is just a nice thing, and that's you don't like to go too crazy here, but I think he's got a ceiling. I think he's got a peak season in him with numbers, especially with the power that can beat that. I mean, you're looking at a guy, maybe he gets up to that 30 home run kind of power someday. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. Look at Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman made a career off of between 20 and 30. We get kind of greedy as fantasy guys. We want that big 40 home runs. Okay, cool. That's great if it happens. But hey, man, get on base and make the magic happen. I think it'll take care of itself. I'm really excited about him. I think you're right. He's got the upside to be the number one, but his floor is it's not that low. This is a guy you want him, and even now, he's still not ranked where he could be. So you can still buy here and make a profit.
I like it.
That makes him can't miss, in my opinion.
You just can't. Yeah, I hate saying that. I remember people saying Kellenick can't miss, and it's like,
no, that's not true. That's not true.
You never said that.
No,
I didn't say you said that, but I heard some voices say it. Voices in my head.
I had him ranked number 17 that year when everybody was calling the number one. Not in the same boat.
I have a hard time seeing this play discipline dropping off too severely, right? I mean, it's honestly kind of hard to figure out. I was stumbling a bit thinking about what I'm going to give him a peak projection of. I was like, I don't know, because right now he's got video game numbers, so we have to see him get humbles like Jackson Holiday. I want to find the holes in these guys' games because I'm not seeing any right now. Which, if you're investing in dynasty stocks, that's exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Incidentally, I have Roman Anthony ranked number 17 this year, but I'm saying he has number one potential. So
top 10, personally.
Yeah,
I got to work on that one, but yeah.
So yeah, I have two things on Roman Anthony. One, I don't see a blocker in Boston. We could see something shocking like Roman Anthony playing in the bigs next year. It's not crazy. It's not out of this world. Guy's a superstar. Number two, he's got a face comp to Robert De Niro.
What?
No, he's got a face.
He's a young Robert De Niro.
No, that's absurd. I can't disagree with you more. He's got a face comp to Colt Emerson. They're the same guy. I'm convinced.
No, he's got a
Emerson
young
and Roman Anthony look like the same guy.
I don't
look up Roman Anthony.
Okay,
and tell
so
me
he's got that. He's got that mold. He's got that mold like De Niro has. Is that what you're keying in on?
Oh no, I'm keen on his whole face. That's Taxi Driver right there.
I can't risk with my Canadian van Wi-Fi. I can't risk going away to look at pictures right now, but I'll have to get back to you on that one.
But you take a look at him, and he's built like an athlete. The guy is
Raging Bull. Yeah, I know.
I'll say this about Boston. Honestly, you raise an interesting fact about him being in Boston beyond, the team's not looking too sharp right now. I think there's definitely room for him to pop in there. Here's an interesting thing I just kind of thought about. That I'm not sure if you're feeling this right now, but especially after trades like today, the fan base is not happy. They are really I know a lot of guys who are Red Sox fans who are they're not happy with the way this franchise is going right now. And so it could be a move where we need a jolt here. We need to give the fans an indication that we care, that we're going to try to win, that we want to put out a good, fun team that's quality. Well, if Roman Anthony comes in a spring, I would think of more of like a late season cup of coffee is what I would predict.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he comes in there and he's got a 400 OBP in spring training, ripping bombs, I don't know. Maybe if he does it, it'd be fun. You can dream.
Yeah, I certainly didn't mean to say that he's starting the year in the MLB, but I can see a call up. I can see a call up real quick. Somewhere around the All-Star break, just to see what he's got to give the fans some juice. Boston would love it. Boston would love this guy, especially with the De Niro comp.
Yeah, agreed.
De Niro comp.